Hello and a very warm welcome. Thanks for tuning into News9 Live. Some big news that we're tracking at this point in time. According to our sources, what we're learning at this point in time is that Arvind Kejriwal, the national convener and Delhi chief minister, the Aam Aadmi Party's chieftain, has been called in for questioning by the CBI. This is what we're learning. CBI has summoned the Delhi chief minister for questioning. He's going to be questioned in the alleged liquor scam, and he has been summoned by the CBI on the 16th of April. To decode what's really panning out, Brijesh Pandey, my colleague and political editor, is with us here in the studio. Brijesh, what are you picking up from your sources? Just a short while ago, that power tussle finally came to an end. The LG says that I've signed that power subsidy file, and now suddenly we're learning that Arvind Kejriwal is being called in for questioning by the CBI in the alleged liquor scam.
Absolutely, I think the liquor scam has reached the apogee of AAP power structure. Now, Delhi Chief Minister and AAP National Convener Arvind Kejriwal has been summoned by the CBI on 16th of this month at 11 a.m. at CBI headquarters, where he'll be subject to questioning about, his role, what exactly, was his role, and also the fact that whether most of the decisions or any of the decision was taken in front of him. The thing is that one of the bureaucrats, I'll have to read it out because it has just come in from our sources, is that one of the bureaucrats, who is from the excise department, had given a statement to the CBI that when the entire thing was going on, Manish Sisodia would used to call him at Arvind Kejriwal's residence, and Satyen Jain also used to be there, and it is there at Arvind Kejriwal's place. Now, this is the statement which has been given by an excise officer to the CBI, that at that place he was asked to increase the pricing so that more commission can be paid. And this is the reason why Arvind Kejriwal has been called in for investigation or interrogation by the Central Bureau of Investigation.
And Brijesh, before the war of press conferences finally begins between the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party, what has Arvind Kejriwal's posture been like throughout? I mean, I remember back in the day he said that, all his leaders are unnecessarily being tarnished. Lo and behold, both of them in the jail right now. All you've seen of Manish Sisodia in the last couple of months is his trips to the Rouse Avenue court. All you've seen of Satyendra Jain, albeit for those massage and, nicely spent times inside the Tihar jail, those visuals have come out. Is the same going to happen to Arvind Kejriwal as well? No,
I don't think Arvind Kejriwal has been accused of being a direct, beneficiary of this liquor gate. But the reason why he has been summoned is that you would like to inform our viewers is that an excise officer has said that he was called by Manish Sisodia at Arvind Kejriwal's residence where the entire decision to hike the prices went, and also the Indo Spirit owner, Samir Mahindru, has told, this is as per the sources, source-based information given by the CBI, that Samir Mahindru has told the investigative agency that he has spoken to Arvind Kejriwal from the phone of Satyen Jain, and the call was made on FaceTime, where he said that, Vijay Nair is his child, and Vijay Nair is his guy, and he should trust him completely. So I think the investigation, he will be subject to investigation on how exactly, what exactly was his role. He'll be confronted with evidences of if the CBI has any, of whether the actual phone call took place or not, and also he'll be confronted with the statement which has been given.
Well, Brijesh, what we're learning at this point is that Dushyant Gautam, BJP leader, he is currently reacting to the entire fiasco.
क्या किया आपने पैसा? अब सीबीआई सब काला सफेद करके आपको बताएगी और सब जाहिर होगा, तो अब आपका भी जेल में जाने का नंबर आ जाएगा।
क्या मनीष सिसोदिया एक्साइज पॉलिसी में पहले ही जा देगा? क्या अरविंद केजरीवाल भी जेल जाएंगे एक्साइज पॉलिसी में? क्या इनकी भी कहीं?
जो भी गुनाह किया है, कोई भी गुनाहगार होगा, मोदी जी ने कहा है कि मैं परिवारवाद नहीं चलने दूंगा, और किसी ने भी भ्रष्टाचार किया है उसके हलक से, गरीबों की मेहनत की कमाई को उसके हलक से निकाल कर रखूंगा। इसलिए जिसने भी गरीबों की मेहनत की कमाई को, जो गरीबों का इनका उत्थान होना चाहिए था, गरीब के बच्चों को उजाला मिलना चाहिए था। अभी नया घोटाला देखेंगे ना, गरीबी की रेखा में पड़ने वाले बच्चे, जिनमें गरीबी के नीचे के बच्चे 70% मुस्लिम है। आप क्या कर रहे हैं? आप कहां जाएंगे? दलित कहां जाएंगे? पिछड़े कहां जाएंगे? गरीब लोग। आप तो हर बात में हिंदू मुसलमान आपने वोट बैंक की राजनीति कर रहे हैं, बाकियों को आपने गद्दे में डालने का काम कर दिया। आज 14 अप्रैल डॉक्टर अम्बेडकर जी की आत्मा को आहत होगा इस बात से कि गरीबी की रेखा में खाली मुसलमान है क्या दलित नहीं है क्या? दलित के बच्चे कहां जाएंगे पढ़ने के लिए? तो इसलिए अब काला स्याही सब हो जाएगा, मालूम पड़ जाएगा कौन है घोटाले का राजा और इसकी सजा इनको मिलेगी।
Well, so Dushyant Gautam over there, of course, again bringing up the caste issue and the Hindu-Muslim divide, of course, part of his particular opinion. But at the same time, you know, Brijesh, from what Dushyant Gautam said, क्या जेल की रोटी खानी पड़ेगी? अब तो जेल में जाना पड़ेगा?
Well, you don't know, you know, because he has been, I mean, there are several statements, you know, which says that, you know, this particular incident has taken place in presence of Arvind Kejriwal. So he'll be definitely be subjected to intense questioning and scrutiny about, you know, what he has to say and what answers he has as per, because one of the secretary of Manish Sisodia, you know, C. Arvind, he had given a statement that, you know, all this happened in front of Kejriwal, where he was asked to, you know, increase the margin by 12% and go completely wholesale. So these are the questioning which Arvind Kejriwal will definitely be subjected to. See, Aam Aadmi Party is definitely going to take this battle to the political side of it. And you know, the political side of it is that despite the arrest of Manish Sisodia, despite the arrest of Satyendra Jain, and he's being incarcerated in jail for quite a while now, and Manish Sisodia's, you know, the observations of the court, which the court made, you know, while not giving him bail, has virtually pegged him as a mastermind of the entire crime. And a very important observation, which we also underlined, you know, when we discussed that particular judgment, was that, you know, that his colleagues in the GNTCD, which is the Delhi government, also received kickbacks from the same thing. So it'll be very, very interesting to see how this pan out. You know, I doubt if Arvind Kejriwal will be hit politically, because, you know, he has a connect with the people, and he has also proved it in the last 10 years. You know, and he has won MCD.
He just got the national party status.
Exactly,
and,
just got
Lok Sabha polls next year around. Is he going to take no hit at all?
I honestly don't think that he's going to take much hit based on this, because you know, it's like you know, the way Congress wants to accuse Prime Minister Modi of corruption, but you know, the charges doesn't stick. So same way the charges doesn't stick, and the only litmus test of political whether you have been ambushed politically or not is the result of the election. And you know, till now the election results have vindicated Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The election results have vindicated Arvind Kejriwal. Though the thing would not.
Well, Brijesh, sorry to cut you again. Harish Khurana, BJP spokesperson. Let's quickly cut across to what he has to say.
कानून से डरना नहीं चाहिए अगर आपने कुछ नहीं किया तो, लेकिन अगर आपने किया है तो कानून अपना काम करेगा और कानून को आपको जवाब देना पड़ेगा। के अरविंद, जो मनीष सिसोदिया के पीएस थे, उन्होंने अपने स्टेटमेंट में साफ कहा है कि जो भी हुआ है, जो भी डीलिंग हुई है, वो अरविंद केजरीवाल के घर पर हुई है, अरविंद केजरीवाल के कहने पर हुई है। तो इस बात का जवाब तो अरविंद केजरीवाल को देना पड़ेगा। अगर सीबीआई ने बुलाया है तो कानून अपना काम कर रहा है, लेकिन अपने आप को कट्टर ईमानदार जो घोषित करने वाले लोग जरा बता दें कि अभी तक मनीष सिसोदिया की रिहाई नहीं हुई है, मनीष सिसोदिया को बेल नहीं मिली है। यही मामला आपने कट्टर ईमानदारी का सर्टिफिकेट सत्येंद्र जैन को दिया था, आज 10 महीने से ऊपर हो गए, जेल में है। तो इसलिए अपने आप को कट्टर ईमानदारी का सर्टिफिकेट देना बंद करें, अपने आप को बेचारा पॉलिटिक्स से दूर करें, और अगर सीबीआई ने आपको बुलाया है तो जो जवाब उन्होंने आपसे मांगे हैं उसको जवाब आपको देने पड़ेंगे। इधर उधर की बात।
Well, so exactly, you know, I want to pick up from where Harish Khurana essentially left. The foundation on which the Aam Aadmi Party was essentially built, from where it began its journey, was that it's going to be an anti-corruption party. There's going to be no room for corruption whatsoever. He even stepped down in a couple of days, the first time he became the Chief Minister, Arvind Kejriwal, because he couldn't pass that particular bill. He has been a man who said that I'm going to be standing on all my promises. Now, do you think that particular perception of the Aam Aadmi Party, that has taken a hit, the mere foundation of the party?
Well, you know, if you want me to analyze this question politically, I don't think that he has taken a hit at all. Because as I have been always saying that, you know, you and I may have a 50 opinion about how the things may pan out. Harish Khurana may have a 50 opinion of how things would pan out. Politically, the only way the things pan out is the way people decide to vote. And you know, till now, even in the MCD election, you know, the Aam Aadmi Party swung to power. This is when, you know, all the videos of Satyendra Jain getting a massage inside, eating his food, holding a darbar, etc., everything came out in the public. Aam Aadmi Party was able to form government in MCD. So politically, when we say that he'll get hit politically, is that we'll have wait for a particular election to decide whether he has been hit politically or not. So, you know, that's an interesting thing. But I think, Aam Aadmi Party has been right from the word go, going hammer and tongs against the BJP, saying that they are purposefully implicating their leaders. Sanjay Singhs, who is going to hold a press conference at 6, has been holding press conference for the last 3 days, trying to expose the way ED functions. So, the battle is going on from both sides, and it'll be difficult for BJP to pin down Arvind Kejriwal as far as this particular case is concerned.
Well, I'm being told our legal editor Ashok Bagre is also with us on the phone line. Ashok, do you think the legal noose around Arvind Kejriwal certainly seems to be tightening? Is he being cornered?
It's very early to say that actually he's being, the noose will be tightening around him. But clearly, this type of a summon which goes out to the Chief Minister of the state, it's more about making a political statement than a legal statement. Now here, the issue is that there was this Delhi excise case which is being probed by the CBI and the Enforcement Directorate. Now, as far as the CBI is concerned, it's probing the Prevention of Corruption Act angle, whether there was bribes given or whether there was a corruption angle or whether public servants were involved in it. Now, what we have seen is that the second part of the case is being dealt by the Enforcement Directorate, which is basically dealing with money laundering aspect of the matter, which is suggestive of the fact that there was some transfer of money which was done and that was laundered in offshore accounts and so on and so forth. But now the CBI calling Arvind Kejriwal for questioning and seeking to know whether he actually knew or whether there was something wrong which was going on under the leadership of his Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia, or whether the tentacles of the corruption actually go to the office of the Chief Minister. So this is what is going to happen. The CBI possibly has called him on a Sunday. That is the time when they'll be questioning him. But we'll have to really wait and see, in the sense that legally how this will out.
But at the same time, the essential nuance here remains that, the ED and the PMLA case seems to be targeting one flank, and now the CBI is going to target another flank. So a double-flanked attack on the Aam Aadmi Party.
Yes, that has been the scenario for the last few years. What we've been witnessing across the country is that opposition leaders of various political parties have either been targeted either by the CBI or the Enforcement Directorate. And in fact, the political parties, there was a petition in the Supreme Court where 14 political parties had filed a petition in the Supreme Court, which was dismissed by the court, saying that this is, in a situation like this, they can't do anything. But here, the point is that what is really happening is that the central government seems to have weaponized not just the Central Bureau of Investigation but also the Enforcement Directorate, and it looks like they're trying to target the opposition leaders.
All right, Ashok Bagre, legal editor, with the latest details. Brijesh, the double flank analogy that I'm talking about, do you think it's going to move to a point where the central agencies are finally going to move in for this kill? You have the ED that's already working around and probing the PMLA case. Now the CBI going to work out the corruption angle here. Is the road finally going to end?
I don't know, honestly speaking, because still now, irrespective of whether any party has made a move or not, AAP has been a very tight unit so far. And, even the incarceration of Satyen Jain and Manish Sisodia has not made any kind of panic run out of the Aam Aadmi Party. Yes, if Arvind Kejriwal is arrested, that's a big if. But if hypothetically we discuss, if Arvind Kejriwal is arrested, then there will definitely be a leadership vacuum. There will definitely be a sense of panic in the cadre, which is very natural, that the top person whom you have, under whose tutelage you have learned the tricks of the trade and you have looked up to, is behind bars. But if you say that it's going to wipe out Arvind Kejriwal's credentials, I don't subscribe to that. I personally don't subscribe to that, because I have seen how people in Delhi trust him, and irrespective of all kind of allegations which have been made against him, AAP has been a very guerrilla fighting unit, when it comes to taking on both Congress as well as the BJP. So I don't see that happening. Yes, a sense of panic would definitely step into the party, because all your top 3 leaders are behind bars or something like that. But disintegration or Arvind Kejriwal being named as corrupt and all is I honestly don't see that.
So that sympathy factor that was also working out for Rahul Gandhi ever since the disqualification came out. Do you think the sympathy factor for Arvind Kejriwal, somebody like Arvind Kejriwal, Delhi ka beta, giving free electricity, like the free sops that he's all about, his poll planks, do you think the sympathy card is going to play out much better for somebody like Arvind Kejriwal than it did for Rahul Gandhi?
100%. I would say that, I don't know how much sympathy card worked for Rahul Gandhi when he was disqualified as a Lok Sabha member of Lok Sabha. But for Arvind Kejriwal, it will 100% work, because, he has a good connect with the people. And, till now, irrespective of what the BJP or the Congress leader says, because, it's natural for an opposition party to lampoon or try to, paint the opposition leaders in a particular way. But we also know that, that CBI and ED credibility in the way they function is also not up to the mark. It's not like they hold the gold standard of investigation that you say that, oh my God, CBI has said something, so this has to be true and all. When it was the regime of Congress, they were used and they were called a cage parrot. And in the this regime also, there are all kind of political insinuations which is being leveled against them. The BJP feels that this might stop the ongoing march of Arvind Kejriwal. I mean, as a political party, they are entitled to think that way, and that is the reason why, we see a lot of aggressive sound bites coming on TV, on camera, and also filling the social media. But I think going by the kind of combative spirit with which Aam Aadmi Party usually work, I don't think it's going to draw them much beyond.
This is more ammunition for the opposition when it says that the central government is trying to use the central agencies to put pressure on the opposition. But It seems like it's another, the addition in arsenal is the same bullet which the opposition has been trying to use, but it doesn't work anymore. The bullet that the opposition, the ruling dispensation is using these central agencies to their advantage isn't really working on the ground. People aren't really worried about, it doesn't really bother them.
Well, I think, it also depends on which political party it is being used at. With Congress party, if it is used, the Congress doesn't generate the kind of sympathy which you say an Aam Aadmi Party or somebody else's generate. You remember the case of Jagan, who's the chief minister of Andhra. He was arrested also, and then he went on a massive Padyatra. He bounced back. He became the chief minister of Andhra Pradesh with a fantastic victory margin. So there are political parties who gets a hit with those bullets, and there are political parties who bounce back with more renewed vigor and energy. Till now, I mean, you can only analyze based on what you've seen till now, and till now of what I have seen personally of how Aam Aadmi Party functions and all. I don't think that they'll be hit politically. Yes, there'll be sense of fear and despondency, which is very natural, when you see your tallest leader going behind bars and all. But if you remember, it's like when BJP said that when there was Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi were asked by ED to present themselves before for the investigation. Yeah. The BJP said, when Prime Minister Narendra Modi was the Chief Minister of Gujarat, he was summoned by the SIT, and he went there minus all paraphernalia, and he said that please do investigate me, as this is the remit of the SIT which is investigating this particular case, and everything was all right. So I don't think that that this Arvind Kejriwal being summoned and all. In fact, I honestly feel that he will again be able to use this to his political advantage.
We've got a reaction coming in from the Aam Aadmi Party as well, Brijesh. Let's quickly cut across to that.
मतलब मिलनी है, एटलीस्ट हैरेसमेंट तो होनी है, कभी कोई नोटिस देगा, कभी कोई नोटिस देगा.
Well, so that was Rajkumar Anand, the Delhi minister from the Aam Aadmi Party, again calling out that harassment is going to take place. But you were right. You were speaking about how Sanjay Singh has been conducting these press conferences day by day. It seems like this was calculative, wasn't it? Well, Sanjay Singh, Aam Aadmi Party leader. Let's quickly cut across.
नमस्कार. जिस दिन दिल्ली की विधानसभा में दिल्ली के मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने कहा था कि देश के प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के दोस्त, उनके दोस्त की कंपनी में लगा हुआ लाखों करोड़ का काला धन दरअसल देश के प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी का पैसा है। उसी दिन मैंने अरविंद जी से कह दिया था, अरविंद जी अगला नंबर अब आपका होगा। ये लोग सारी जतन करेंगे प्रधानमंत्री के भ्रष्टाचार को दबाने के लिए, क्योंकि अरविंद जी ने सिलसिलेवार तरीके से, बहुत ही कन्विंसिंग तरीके से एक एक चीज परत दर परत करके दिल्ली की विधानसभा में देश को यह समझाने का प्रयास किया था कि ये जो सारा भ्रष्टाचार का लाखों करोड़ का काला धन मोदी जी के दोस्त की कंपनी में लगा है, ये मोदी जी का पैसा है, ये मोदी जी के भ्रष्टाचार का पैसा है, लाखों करोड़। और उसी दिन से दिल्ली के मुख्यमंत्री के खिलाफ, अरविंद जी के खिलाफ मोदी जी ने यह साजिश रचना शुरू कर दिया और आज सीबीआई का सम्मन आ गया। केजरीवाल को सीबीआई का सम्मन भेज रहे हैं। मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूं प्रधानमंत्री जी, आपकी सरकार और आप सर से लेकर पांव तक भ्रष्टाचार में डूबे हुए हैं और अरविंद केजरीवाल जी की लड़ाई ये सीबीआई का सम्मन भेजने से रुकेगी नहीं। देश के सामने आपके काले कारनामों को उजागर करने का काम अरविंद जी ने, जिसकी शुरुआत दिल्ली की विधानसभा से की है, वो जारी रहेगी, रुकेगी नहीं। पूरे देश में वो अभियान जारी रहेगा। 16 तारीख को अरविंद केजरीवाल को गिरफ्तार करने की, अरविंद केजरीवाल को जेल में डालने की, अरविंद केजरीवाल के खिलाफ ये बड़ी कार्रवाई करने की जो साजिश आपने रची है, इस साजिश से, इस कार्रवाई से, इस अभियान से अरविंद केजरीवाल की आवाज रुकने वाली नहीं है। ये देश के एक एक घर में आवाज पहुंचेगी, ये देश के एक एक गांव में आवाज पहुंचेगी, एक एक गली मोहल्ले में आवाज पहुंचेगी कि आपने लाखों करोड़ रुपए का काला धन अपने दोस्त की कंपनी में लगाया है और मिलकर भ्रष्टाचार किया है। इसलिए ये आम आदमी पार्टी है, ये अरविंद केजरीवाल है। जिस अरविंद केजरीवाल ने पूरे देश को एक शिक्षा का मॉडल दिया, स्वास्थ्य का मॉडल दिया, बिजली पानी का मॉडल दिया, दिल्ली की जनता के लिए दिन रात परिश्रम किया, काम किया, देश के लोगों के लिए अपने इनकम टैक्स के कमिश्नर की नौकरी को लात मार के देश और समाज की सेवा करने का संकल्प लेके आगे बढ़े, वो अरविंद केजरीवाल है जिन्होंने 13 दिन का अनशन रख के भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ लड़ाई लड़ने का काम किया। तो आपकी इस एक नोटिस से अरविंद केजरीवाल की लड़ाई, भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ उनकी मुहिम रुकने वाली नहीं है। आपके दोस्त के साथ मिलकर जो आपने लाखों करोड़ का घोटाला किया है, उस घोटाले की कहानी तो अब पूरे देश को बताना जरूरी है। देश के हर गांव, हर घर, हर मोहल्ले में पहुंचाना जरूरी है। तो मैं सिर्फ यही कहना चाह रहा हूं कि ये जो एक प्रयास किया गया दिल्ली की विधानसभा में अरविंद केजरीवाल जी के भाषण के बाद ये नोटिस से धमकाने का जो प्रयास किया गया है, ये गिरफ्तारी की जो साजिश रची गई है, इससे ना अरविंद केजरीवाल, ना आम आदमी पार्टी, ना आम आदमी पार्टी का एक भी नेता, ना एक भी कार्यकर्ता न झुकने वाले हैं, न डरने वाले हैं। केजरीवाल जी पहले भी आपसे लड़ते रहे हैं, आगे भी लड़ते रहेंगे। आपके कोई प्रश्न हो आप पूछ सकते हैं। ये तमाम लड़ाइयां, ये संघर्ष, केजरीवाल के ऊपर तो बहुत सारी मुसीबतें आई, समय समय पे आई, बहुत कार्रवाइयां हुई इनके खिलाफ, कभी सीबीआई का छापा दफ्तर पे मार दिया, कभी मंत्रियों को गिरफ्तार किया, कभी विधायकों को गिरफ्तार किया। न दिल्ली की जनता का काम रोका, न भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ लड़ाई रोकी, और ये लड़ाई जारी रहेगी।
क्या मंत्री जांच में शामिल होंगे? पूछताछ के लिए जाएंगे?
देखिए, ऐसा है कि नोटिस अभी मिली है और 16 तारीख को अरविंद केजरीवाल जी जाएंगे, लेकिन मैंने जैसा आपको कहा कि भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ उनकी लड़ाई, नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने जो महाघोटाला किया है अपने दोस्त की कंपनी में लाखों करोड़ रुपए का काला धन लगा के, उस लड़ाई को कोई अब रोक नहीं पाएगा। ये चाहे जितनी नोटिस की धमकी, गिरफ्तारी की धमकी, चाहे जो कुछ भी कर ले, लेकिन अब देश के सामने इस महाभ्रष्ट सरकार के महाभ्रष्ट प्रधानमंत्री का सच बताने की मुहिम जारी रहेगी।
सर, आप लोगों ने बहुत सारे इश्यूज उठाए हैं बीजेपी के अगेंस्ट में। कौन सा मुद्दा ऐसा था जिसके कारण आपको लगता है अरविंद केजरीवाल जी को?
मोदी के दोस्त की कंपनी में मोदी का लाखों करोड़ का काला धन, यही तो बोला था दिल्ली की विधानसभा में अरविंद जी ने।
So that was Sanjay Singh. We'll have to, in fact, wait and watch as to how things shape and pan out. What's going to be the next step that's going to be taken by the Aam Aadmi Party. But Brijesh, if you could give a sense of how you've, understood what Sanjay Singh said. He's talking about models, the models that play directly comparison with the Gujarat model and the electricity model, the education model, bid by the government to cover up the Prime Minister's corruption as well. And that particular campaign, I mean, optically sounds really great. Go to every household, and if there is a story which the Aam Aadmi Party leader here is alleging, it's going to be a great campaign. Tell every household who the Prime Minister is colluding with at this point in time.
This is exactly what I was saying, that the tone of, other than the models which he was referring to, the tone of Sanjay Singh was extremely defiant. And the thing is that, if Arvind Kejriwal goes, and if, it's a big if, but if he is being arrested, Aam Aadmi Party is not going to cow down into submission. There are political parties and political leaders who we all know that they get intimidated by these things. But I doubt if they are going to, because they know that if they cede an inch, they'll have to lose the entire land, and there's no chance of coming back. So they have been extremely combative as far as the summon which is being given by the CBI to join the investigation on 16th at 11. The more interesting thing is that already they have built this narrative, that the reason why Arvind Kejriwal is summoned is not because he's named as an accused in the ED or by anybody else. He has been summoned only because he spoke of Prime Minister or the corruption which is being carried out by his cronies. And see, this is the narrative which Sanjay Singh, which all the top leaders of Aam Aadmi Party as well as the cadre is going to stick to if Arvind Kejriwal is arrested.
Well, absolutely. We'll have to wait and watch what is going to happen on the 16th. Too many slips between the cup and the lip. Even before we arrive at 16th, the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party are going to be constantly, in that tussle of the press conferences that we've been seeing over the years. That's going to take place. So keep your eyes on News9 Live. We're going to be keeping our ears on the ground as to what's happening in the Aam Aadmi Party camp, what's going to happen in the BJP camp. Stay tuned. Keep watching News9 Live. We're going to slip into a quick break here.